Hey. Anybody who's tuning in, I just thought I'd jump on a stream, just post the award show and just hang out. I've had a pear cider and I'm feeling pretty good right about now. I just don't know if there's anyone actually here yet. Because I just did, like I always do, a nice impromptu stream. Okay, everything looks right. At the moment, there's no one here. Oh, there's somebody watching now. Okay, so no one said anything in the chat yet, so I don't know who's here. Oh, it's Simple Leopard 3. How's it going, dude? Now, as you can see, I'm flanked by the dogs, and Doug's passed out over there. That puppet shouldn't drink hard liquor, really. So yeah, guys, we are post the award show for the Film Learnin 100K short film competition. I am so glad to have that done. It's always a real trial getting those things done. So I'm glad it's all done and out of the way now. Now I'm just gonna check and see if anyone else is. Oh, there's a few people watching. Maybe I might actually have to share out that I'm going on stream right now. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna go on Twitter and just post that we're on stream right now. Boop. Okay, cool. Anyone else want to have a chat in the chat? I've actually got a second screen now that's just over here, so I can actually read your stuff and still remain focused on the screen at one time. I don't have to pop out the chat anymore. I should actually show you guys that. So I'll just pop the camera off for half a second, and yeah, I've got a second screen over here now. So there's all your chats over there that are completely blown out. So yeah, we've got our original screen and we've got our screen over there. So that's pretty cool. It's what I've been meaning to do for a while, considering I'm doing these live streams a lot more often. Sorry guys, just bear with me. That's a little too high. I will eventually get a second camera so I don't have to do that sort of stuff. Now, wow, okay, so there's a few more people that have showed up now. So I'm just going to quickly go through and just say hi to Simple Leopard, hi to Be hi to Zach O'Connor, and I don't mind pickles in a burger, but I don't like them just to eat on their own. Hello to Heroes Brensky 7, Gravity Studios, Ahmed's Devil 2. Who else we got? Krishna Pradeep, Adam Hill, Golden Cookie 24, Vinrama Pawar, Master Comedians, who's asking me to promote his channel. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's some sort of chicken parmigiana reference. Velters Martinsons, Red Panty? Let's see. Be is talking about his internet being so bad. We've got Mehmet. We've got Keep Laughing. Lights, Camera, Magic. Welcome to everyone, guys. I'm only on here for a short period of time. I just put Dexter down for his bedtime. But the issue is that he is now in a fully sized big boy bed that he can get out of. So there is a possibility that he is going to get out of that bed at some point. And my wife is working in the house until 9 o'clock, which is the next 50 minutes. So if he gets up, I'm going to have to do a mercy dash in there before he interrupts her. So just be prepared. The stream might end abruptly if he jots out there. So let's answer some questions, shall we? I'll just head over to the board. Okay, so what do we got here? Which versions of After Effects am I using? The two versions I have installed on my computer right now are After Effects CC 2018.9, I think, and I've got After Effects 2019 on there. So, yeah. Oh, It's not penty, it's panty. Panty is Hindi word. Red panty. Panty says. I don't know what that's Hindi for, but I'm sure you'll let me know down in the chat. Vinamara says, what's my dog's name? Well, I've answered this multiple times, but that over there is April. That there is Don. And that little dog there is Peg. What PC am I using? If you check out the channel and you do a quick search and just write, say, PC, it'll bring up my new 4K editing PC that I got actually custom built for me. So if you look that up on the channel, you'll be able to see all the specs and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head because I actually got it built for me, so I didn't have to build it myself. Now, my technical learning asks, which laptop do I use? Now, I don't actually use a laptop, but if I'm inside the house and I'm absolutely desperate, I will use my crappy old MacBook Air 2000. It's a 2009 MacBook Air, which is pretty much just a folded piece of cardboard with an Apple symbol on it at this point. It's got a whopping 2 GB of RAM, and it's an absolute piece of crap. We just keep it around because my wife is not big on the computating, so she doesn't need anything fancy, and that is the pinnacle of not fancy. Now, let's have a look here. Did I see the Hellboy trailer from Pascal Kuhn? Yes, I did. Look, it was a hard thing for me to reconcile. Like, it looks good, but I really do have a hard time seeing anyone else but Ron Perlman behind the whole Hellboy getup. And David Harbour's voice is distinctly different to Ron Perlman, but overall, it actually looks good. I wasn't a huge fan of Hellboy 2, the Golden Army. Wasn't a huge fan. I love the first Hellboy. I didn't really like the Golden Army because I feel like Guillermo del Toro, he put a bit too much of, you know, that sort of Pan's Labyrinth stuff in there, and it didn't work for me. But I'm excited to see the new Hellboy because I really do love the character itself. Now, let's have another quick look here. Oh, that panty is pronounced punty. Okay, cool. Keep laughing us. Why don't you grow hair? Because of one 3-word thing, and that's called male pattern baldness. I have been bald since I was pretty much 19, so no growing hair for me, guys. Unless you count like an old man ring around my hair, and nobody wants to see that. Now, who built my PC? Yes, they are Aussie. It's a place called PC Case Gear. Yeah. Can you start tutorials on Maya? Hell no. I have a hard time doing tutorials for Cinema 4D, and that's pretty user-friendly. Maya is, it's just... I've always been told it's really, really hard to learn. So I've generally stayed away from it. Now, what else have we got here? When did I start YouTube? Well, I signed up for YouTube in 2006, and I didn't post my first video until 2009. And that was a short film called Nexus, which took me 7.5 months to make. And then I don't think I sort of posted parody videos and sketches and stuff, just stuff that really wasn't that successful until I started making Film Learnin back in... Wow, when did I start making Film Learnin? 2014. I actually posted the first episode of Film Learnin on Valentine's Day in 2014. And as they say, the rest is history. Is Doug okay? I told you. Doug, he can't handle his liquor. We had like a couple of ciders to celebrate finishing off the 100K short film award show, and yeah, passed out. Oh, Binrama Pawa, I am sorry, so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry I'm butchering your name, but it's his birthday, so happy birthday, dude. Any suggestion for a good video editor for a 4 GB of RAM PC from Mad TV? A good video editor. Well, I know, like, as far as free ones go, there's one called GoPlay, and there's also one called Wondershare Filmora. They're relative, I think they're both free, but even if you got the pro versions of those, they're not very taxing on your system. The only thing is the features are somewhat limited. You could always go with Premiere Pro, but with a 4GB RAM PC, you might have a bit of struggling issues. If you could get a previous version of, say, Premiere Pro, like a CS4 or a CS6, you might find that it'll work okay on your PC. Let's see, what do we got? If you get the question to make VFX for Marvel or DC, what side would you choose? It depends on the effect more so than the movie. Because I've made effects from bad movies, and I've made effects from good movies. I've made effects from Marvel. I've made effects from DC. It really doesn't matter to me as long as the effect is good and I can recreate it. I wonder why your dog is not noisy. My dogs are never really noisy. The noisiest one is that little rat over there. But when she's asleep, she ain't noisy. Oh, she got a bath on Monday and my wife insisted that she get to sleep on our bed that night. That wasn't too bad because she's tiny. She weighs like, I don't know, 40 grams. So I didn't really notice she was there. Royal 2005-18 said, do you play Fortnite? I can safely say that I have never played Fortnite, nor have I really seen anything from it. I'm aware of Fortnite. That's the easiest thing I can say is I'm aware of Fortnite. I've never actually played it. Any surprise tutorial as a Christmas gift from Raul? I'm going to try and get a tutorial done before Christmas. Things are crazy here at the moment. If I opened the door to the studio and I showed you our backyard, it was complete just dirt 2 weeks ago. And now it's all like turfed, like, so there's all grass. We've had concrete put down. We've put this rubber playground stuff down. I have built a 2-story playground for Dexter in the backyard. We've just had a ridiculous amount of renovations done in the house because we're trying to improve it. And it's kind of really taxed the amount of time that I have to work on Film Learnin. And on top of that, Dexter is, as I mentioned, he's in an adult, oh, I suppose. He's not in a cot anymore. He's in an actual child's bed that he can get out of. So remember when I used to get up at 6 o'clock and I'd work through till 7:30 and then go get him up? Well, he kind of just gets up whenever the hell he wants now. So I haven't had a hell of a lot of time to work on Film Learnin this week. In fact, I've had about 15 to 45 minutes to work on an episode. And yeah, that just doesn't get it done. So I will try my best to get a Film Learnin episode out. But I'm sorry, guys, I can't make any promises until I adjust to his new sort of sleep schedule. Now, let's have a bit more like over here. What's your favorite song? It wouldn't be one that you've actually heard of. My favorite song is from a New Zealand artist called Bic Runga. She was sort of big in the early 2000s. Her biggest hit was probably a song called Sway that was on the American Pie soundtrack. But my favorite song from her is a song called Gravity. If you can find it, it's a really good song. But it's been my favorite song for nearly 20 years. Now, let's keep looking down here. Can you make a video on Flash time travel? I'm assuming you're talking about running through the Speed Force, because I have done a Flash time travel tutorial before. Go Cool A says, remember your arrow shooting tutorial? The arrow stills are missing. Can you please upload it? I will fix that up, dude. I'm sorry about that. Apparently I don't miss anything by playing Fortnite. I'm not playing Fortnite, so that's cool, that's cool. Yeah, oh, someone's playing Sway right now. I personally... Bic Runga is very, very talented, but I'm a sucker for female folk singers. I have a very eclectic music taste, but yeah, if you put a gun to my head, and I love myself some female singers. Okay, so what else have we got here? Someone said Ghost Effect from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I am planning on doing that. I am planning on doing that. I've seen a lot of different versions, and I'm trying to make an automated version that you can just drop your footage in and it'll just do that stuff. So sort of like a template. I'd like to do it that way rather than having to get some footage from there, some footage from here, and just, you know, spamming it all in. I don't want to do that. I want to do something that's really, really easy for you guys. Have I seen the intro to Arrow Season 7? I haven't actually seen too much of Arrow this season. This season. I think I've seen 2 episodes, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what the intro is like. I barely even remember it from Elseworlds. Could I do the Cicada Dagger effect like taking the powers? Possibly. I'm going to put that one on the list because that's not a bad one. Techosaurus is in the house. He's asking, how is your vacation? My vacation was freaking tiring. I actually stayed up in SeaWorld on the Gold Coast in Australia. Like, stayed inside SeaWorld in their resort, which was pretty good. But my son likes exit signs. Like, just the green exit signs that you see around. And there was like 45 of them around that hotel room. So he was forever asking to go outside and look at all of the exit signs. And then as we were walking, he'd say, exit sign, Dad. Look, another exit sign. 1 exit sign, 2 exit sign. And that was my day for 6 days straight. Multiple times a day. And on top of that, it was really hot. And the SeaWorld on the Gold Coast has a monorail that's supposed to travel around the park to the people that stay at the resort. So you can not walk as much. It was broken. And I had a 2-year-old. So that wasn't much fun. We also went to Wet n Wild and Movie World, which were also really, really hot. So we walked a lot. Look, it was tiring, but it was also a lot of fun. I got to see my son go on his first roller coaster, which was a SpongeBob boating school roller coaster, which was just, it was so much fun to just see his face light up. We thought he might be scared, but no, he absolutely loved it. And just to be able to have that memory, absolutely just, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was just, that was fun, being able to take him on a plane and everything. Iconics Gaming has stepped up with a super chat. Super chat. So thank you very much for that, dude. Let's read that question. He says, is the Ryzen 2700X 1070 Ti and 32 gig of RAM good enough for 4K editing and rendering? Also, what software would you recommend to an editor using Vegas Pro? Well, I can say definitively that is good enough for doing 4K editing. Because my last PC was a 32 gig of RAM PC, and then 2 of my RAM sticks corrupted, so I was stuck back down to a 16 gig of RAM PC, and I was still able to edit my GH4 4K footage very, very easily. So the stats you're showing me right now would be more than enough for editing 4K footage. Hell, they'd be good enough for editing 6K footage. Now, what software would I recommend to an editor using Vegas Pro? That's a tough one, because I don't use Vegas Pro, but I think I could easily recommend, I'll tell you what, can anyone in the chat who uses Vegas Pro recommend Iconics Gaming some plugins? I would be very appreciative. I think that some of the plugins that I use, for example, possibly some of the Trapcode ones work in Vegas Pro, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I've been using Premiere Pro for a very long time now. So one part of your question I can answer, and that's yes, that is a beast, what you've got there. That will work for 4K editing, no doubt in my mind whatsoever. Now, who else have we got here? Oh, Techosaurus lives on the Gold Coast. You could have given me a hand. Oh, you poor unsuspecting bastard. You would not want to give us a hand in that situation. We actually flew my mother up with us to look after Dexter as well. And that worked about as well as expected. um, someone said, what about Dr. Fate? For some reason, Dr. Fate is completely faded from my memory. So someone might have to remind me on that. Oh, would I recommend Premiere Pro or Vegas Pro? Well, hands down, dude, I have to recommend Premiere Pro because that's my bread and butter. I've been working in that since CS4, and that was, so let's just say over 10 years, just to make me feel a little not old for a change. Let's see. Odius has asked, what effects am I currently working on? Okay, at the moment I am working on several different things. Now I'm just going to slightly mention I'm working on 2 downloadable packs. I'm not going to really say what they are because I'd honestly love to surprise you with those. I'm working on some Doctor Strange spell effects from Infinity War. I'm working on some more Venom effects. Let's see, we've still got the Star-Lord helmet effect, of course. I'm working on some 3D web effects from Spider-Man. What else have we got? Stranger Things effects. Other Venom effects. I've some de-aging effects. Some adding weather to shots, like adding snow. Some superhero landing effects, like lots concurrently at the same time. So also trying to make up my mind which one I'm going to do next is also not the easiest thing to do. Now, Flawed Particle has asked, what did I think of the Endgame trailer? I thought it was sufficient. I liked it, but I don't know if it got me more or less hyped for the movie. I don't think that changed my opinion of the movie because, I mean, we all saw the end of Infinity War. Like, our Infinity War, sort of our Endgame boner has not gone down yet. We've seen our Doctor and he says, there's nothing we can do. So, I'm no less hyped and I'm no more hyped than I was before. I know it's going to be an awesome ride. And I'm ready. I'm in my chair. I'm ready for that movie to come out. So please just come out. I can't get any more hyped. Dispersion says I want to see you do a collab with Cinecom. I'd love to. I really like those guys. I think they make great content. They have tapped into some sort of crazy thing because the views they get are amazing. Like, they get better views than Film Riot, and they have a fraction of the subscribers. They have a great subscriber count, but they get fantastic views on every single tutorial. And then you have a look at Film Riot's numbers, and they get barely 10% of that. So whatever they're doing, it works. And I think it's tapping into tutorials of their music videos. I think that's what's doing it for them. But having said that, I think they make fantastic content. I like what they do. Rahul says, did you get the chance to work with any Hollywood productions? The closest I've come to working with any sort of Hollywood productions is working directly with Adobe on a few things. That's about as far as it goes. I think that might be about as far as it goes, unless something happens in the near future. But hey, you never know. So let's never say never with that one. Oh, what chef? Chris George is in the house. And he says, hey Grant, how goes it? It's going alright now after a pear cider or two, I gotta say. Oh, that's one thing if you do like a cider, Chris, you might want to check out Aldi's pear cider. It's only $2.99 for half a litre of cider. $2.99. It's pretty good. Sorry guys, I have to address Chris George, the Watch Chef, because I love his content, and I want to promote him in any way, shape, or form I can, because that man is an absolute treasure. Now, what Stranger Things effects am I doing? I'm guessing you might be doing the telekinesis effect that 11 does. Look, I might be able to do that, but I'm more working on an upside down effect that doesn't suck, because I've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them suck. So I want to do an assets pack, like a 3D assets pack that you can bring inside any scene and just plant them in there in in whatever angle you want and light them however you like, and them just work in your shot. So that's another one I'm working on. Can I make 3D animations on Blender or other apps? I probably won't be using Blender, only because I have no idea how to make it blend. It's anything in Blender. As much as I've got bookmarked a whole bunch of lessons on basic Blender from Tobias at Surface Studio, but I haven't been able to check them out because no time. Apparently there's only 28 watching. Who cares? I'm having fun. I'm just hanging out. Anyone who's not here, they can always check out the archive later. It's all good. It's all good. Gokul says, did you watch any Indian movies? I'm trying to remember the last time I saw an Indian movie. It's been a while. It has been a while. Now, Lights Camera Magic asked Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro, which is more betterer? Premiere Pro is almost like the industry standard now. There has been so many movies that have been cut together in Premiere Pro, but then again, Final Cut Pro has also been used in movies, but personally, I prefer Premiere Pro. Let's just say goodnight to Chirac. He's going back to bed. Have I seen a South Indian movie? I don't even know what that means. Is that a genre? Yeah, guys, I'm just going to go up and just have a look and see if I've missed any questions. Just bear with me. I love having this chat screen here. This is really good. When am I going to make Doctor Strange's multiple arms effect? I hadn't even thought about doing that, so I really need to tackle a whole bunch of Doctor Strange effects because there were so many good ones that he did in Infinity War, especially that one where he made the spell and then he retracted it out in 3D space. And yes, my spell effects will all be in 3D space. I'm not making a single 2D Doctor Strange spell because that's what everyone does, and that's not how those are actually represented in any of the Doctor Strange movies. Not a single one of those spells is a 2D plane. They are all 3D, so you should be able to move the camera fluidly around them and still be able to see them in 3D space. Now, Obama is gone, said poor dog. I don't know why. They get to sit on the couch. Have I ever watched anime? What? Of course I have. Sorry. That's just my reaction to that. I've seen the anime. I'm aware of the anime. Not a lot of it, but you know, look, I've watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Neon Genesis, Evangelion. I don't know how to fucking say that. So I've watched some anime in my time. My older brother's more of a hardcore anime fan. Like, he watches Naruto and Baki the Grappler and a whole bunch of other ones. That's not really... I don't get a chance to watch as much as I wish. And my boy Akasan, yeah, he watches some anime. I have not seen any of Dragon Ball Super as yet. Grant, was I ever in South Africa? No, I've never been to South Africa. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Canada. I've been to Kuala Lumpur. I've been to... I didn't know if I said Canada. I've been to the US. I've been to New Zealand. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Feature VFX has just jumped in, said, big fan, man, you're my inspiration. Well, thank you very much, dude. You know what? I love that sort of stuff. Keep that coming. Just makes my head and my heart just skip a beat. 9A Films, Nihar is in the house. Now, guys, he just passed 1,000 subscribers, so give him a big round of applause. That is a hell of a thing to get over. That is a hump that you struggle to get over. That first 100, that first 500, and that first 1,000 feels like a damn mountain, because it is. As soon as you get over that 1,000 subscribers, you start gaining more momentum, and you can if you capitalize on that momentum, you can grow exponentially quickly, or you can just do what I did, just slowly grow over time, but still growing. But he is actually working on a new strike pack. He's working on his very own strike pack, which will be promoted on this channel as soon as I get to see it. But he made the strike pack for the flash ring effect, and it was fantastic. So I'm very much looking forward to checking out that pack, and it will be promoted on this channel, and hopefully we can get him from 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers based on that pack, because he has a lot of animation in there. Like, I think Strike has like 20 different ones, and I think, as far as I know, he's working on nearly 40 of them. So that's an absolute crap load. So anyone who wanted more strike packs, they're coming. Oh, hang on. It's time for the burp of the day. Excellent. Always happy to get that out. Peggy, my wife is outside the door of the studio, so Peg's been startled, as you can see. Sorry. Peg. Sorry, Neeraj Moore says, my God. Yes, that's right. I am repping the My God shirt, guys. And I have also noticed, and I don't know if it's worldwide yet, but my merch shop is actually down the bottom of the screen. So on every video, you'll actually be able to link and buy my merch directly from the YouTube video, which is really cool. I think I actually need to get some more clothes up there. But yeah, I've always liked the My God shirt. It's actually designed by Tyler L01 TV, one of the weirdest channels I've ever come across. But that guy is worth his weight in gold, because he is that is a magnificent illustration right there. Let's see. Oh my God, Nihas just said 50 plus strike animations. That is insane. You're a glutton for punishment, my friend. New Mac said you should make a film contest every year. I have. I made the 10K film competition, I made the 30K film competition, I made the 60K film competition, and I made the 100K film competition. I have made one for I've made 5 different competitions already. And they are really, really hard to do, because I had 100,000 subscribers. Well, over 100,000 when I launched this competition. 2 months later, I had 49 entries. That's not even 1%. If it was 1%, but then again, if it was 1%, that'd be 1,000 entries, and that's, I wouldn't be able to judge that. So I'm slightly grateful that it was 49, but I'm also disappointed that it was only 49, because there's a lot of you guys out there, and I know you have the ability to make a short film in 2 months. So as much as I loved watching all 49 entries, I wish there was more. Nope. Donnie's checking out. It's starting to get hot in here because I haven't got the AC on. Oh, Techosaurus is like 200k for next year. Well, at the moment, we're sitting on a little over 119,000 subscribers. We started the year at 79,000 subscribers, which means we added 40,000 subscribers this year. 40,000. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So you never know. You honestly never know. If we double that, we'd hit up 200k next year. Numex says, aren't you worried about your dogs pee on your equipments? My dogs have never peed in here. Or crapped in here in their entire lives, and they're nearly 4 years old. Just doesn't happen. I have very well behaved dogs. And yes, my dogs always sleep when they're in the studio. Oh, wait a minute. No. Look, Donnie, are you asleep? No, he's not sleeping. Do I like Peter McKinnon? You know, I haven't watched much of his stuff at all. I watched him do a, it might have been a Nightcrawler effect once, and I thought it was kind of hacky. But I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, honestly. I'm sure he's good. It'd have to be to get the following he's gotten. But no, I haven't watched much of his stuff. Sam Visual Effects says, hey, you know me, hi. Hi. Gravity Studios has asked how I'm doing. Oh, wait a minute. Ariane Varnus has said, hi, it's Darbo Films. How is your project? I love the spit takes in your short film, dude. That's what got you an honorable mention. I loved that guy spitting that Pepsi out. Not Pepsi, the Sprite. And then he spat out a water bottle. Yeah, loved it. Very, very entertaining. Itamar Ariel says, you know that I even have friends from Israel that are watching you. Israel. It blows my... look, guys, it blows my mind when I get entries from all over the world. Like, even Guasca. I know I made fun of the translation, like where the hell he went. He went like a ball. But that blows my mind that I have this worldwide audience. Really does. Like when we did the 100K celebration video and I got all those congratulations videos, it really was quite a shock to see people from all over the world, from all walks of life, just sending their congratulations. It gave me such perspective about how gigantic and far-reaching my audience is. So all I can just say about that is just thank you. You've all blown my mind. Now, Archka Mak... Sorry, dude, I've totally butchered that. Says, who's your favorite Hollywood actor? Oh, that's a rough one. I honestly can't answer that, guys. Because I don't really have a favorite per se. Just trying to think. I don't really have one, no. Sorry. And no, I haven't watched a Bollywood movie in a very, very long time. Feature VFX. No, you don't need an expensive PC to make a lot of my... I don't know if it says edits there, but some of my effects you do not require a really expensive PC at all. Some of them you require a decent PC. But usually I'll say that, like, if something requires something like trapcode particular running like 250,000 particles, you can't use like a doorstop PC or something that's like $300 off the rack. You can't. You'd have to, decrease the particles, and of course you lose the effect. I can't really say, like, it's for the most part the effects that I use. I try to provide pre-rendered stuff so that anyone with any kind of PC can achieve them, because that's what we try to do with Film Learnin. It's just I want everyone to be able to create these effects, because I'm pretty much the everyman when it comes to effects, guys. I don't know everything. I'm just trying to figure it out, just like you guys. So if I can make it in any way easier for you, mission accomplished for me. Okay, so now I've got someone from the Netherlands. Rad English just says, hi Grant, I just want to say thanks. Your tutorials are really, excuse me, have really influenced the videos I'm making to teach English. Rob in Germany. See, even the Germans like me. Now, I only know one phrase in German, so I'll just say it. Was machst du dieses Wochenende? Now, it is Thursday here, so I just asked him what he's doing on the weekend. I am not going to dab Gravity Studios. I already said, we don't dab until we hit 1 million subs. Okay? So no dabbing. Hi from Bulgaria. Now, I know that name. I've seen him on Twitter. Wooden Sword says, g'day, fellow Aussie man. Well, hello there. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to jump up. It says, yo, Grant, is GTX 1070 good for Cinema 4D? Well, I have a 1080, so I'm going to say yes. Oh, Ariane said, if you were talking to me, my connection ran out at that moment. I was just saying that I really liked all the spit takes in your short film, dude. That moment where the other dude ran in with the project and he spat out his Sprite. Love that. That's what got you an honorable mention. Honorable mention. Go A says, what's the next video? I honestly have not decided yet. I have about 10 different ones that it could be. Whichever one is the easiest and I'm able to finish first, that's going to be it. I think it's probably going to be something Doctor Strange related. Your dog is pooping on the green screen. Never happen. He's sleeping on there, and there's a whole bunch of his dirty dog hair on that green screen. But, yeah, you know pooping. I know, because I clean up their crap in the backyard. Gravity Studios wants to know if I can watch from his Flash video. If you tweet it to me, I'll be able to watch it. But I've sort of made a rule that I'm not watching other people's stuff on the streams. Because, yeah. I did that once and I didn't really feel comfortable critiquing someone on a live show. It just seems like something you should do in private, really. Am I subscribed to PewDiePie? I am not subscribed to PewDiePie. God, I can't talk tonight. I'm not subscribed to PewDiePie. I think he has enough subscribers. He don't need me. Can I do a random VFX thing right now in After Effects? I am way too tired for that. So maybe on my next stream. Now, I will say PewDiePie or T-Series. Go on with PewDiePie. Gotta go for the individual versus the company. He's just a dude. He's a very successful dude. But, yeah. I have to go for him over a company. Any day. Did you see my tweet of my Flash video test render? You might actually have to tweet that to me again. I probably did, but I'm not sure if I responded. Crypto's like, hey, Grant, what's up? What's up, dude? I'm just chilling here. My knees are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. If I'm not any sweater already, mom, spaghetti. I'm going to stop that before I keep going. Oh, guys. My brother-in-law popped this around the other day. He gave it to me as an early Christmas present, and I thought I don't know how to hook it up yet, but we might be playing this on our next live stream. So he got me a Super Nintendo Classic Mini. So there's a whole bunch of games on here as well. So there's like Super Mario World, Zelda A Link to the Past, Mario Kart, Super Metroid. There's a whole bunch of really cool games on here. I actually still have my old Super Nintendo in the box, believe it or not. But we might, if I can figure out how to hook this up and run the live stream at the same time, we might play this. And we might unbox it too, because I haven't opened it yet. What time is it in my country? It is 8:46 p.m. So my wife will be finished in roughly 10 minutes time. So that's when I'll get off the computer, because she'll want to go and watch Outlander. Because all the ladies love their Outlander. You just walk into the room and you just go, Claire. And then they just, they go for it. 5 a.m. here, Jonathan Robert says. Jonathan Robert, you're either up early, or you haven't gone to bed yet. And if you haven't gone to bed yet, get the hell to bed. New Mac, do you accept interns? I've had an intern once, and he was mildly helpful on the last short film competition. And I say mildly. But I don't know if I wouldn't really need an intern, because this studio is literally in my backyard. I walk out of the house and come in here. And in the limited amount of time that I'm here, I work my butt off. So it's hard to actually nail down a time, because I come out here and I work for as long as I can, and then I go back out there. So an intern really wouldn't be working. Do you know why PewDiePie is so successful on YouTube just off playing games? Because it's not just off playing games. I don't even know if he still plays games as much as he used to. It's more about the memes now. But he capitalized on Let's Plays when they were in their infancy. That's why he's so successful. Like, I swear, guys, if I had started Film Learning even 2 years before I started doing it, we would have probably 500,000 to 700,000 subscribers now. It's just, I started it too late. And that's just the rub of it. If I had have capitalized on making tutorials when it was in its infancy, I would be a lot more successful than I was now. So if I started Film Learning when, say, Film Riot started their stuff, whole different ball game. But that's just, it's what it is. I started Film Learning in 2014. Should have started earlier, but didn't happen. So you take what you can get. I'm still happy that we're sitting here and I'm looking over there and I can see my silver play button, and we're still growing, so it's all good. Oh dears, can you guess my age? Well, considering I can't see you, no. Oh, hang on. A sequel to Burp of the Day. We're going to call that one The Burpening. Oh, he hasn't seen the... Sorry. One of the fellas that was actually in the honourable mentions has not actually seen the comp answers. Well, rest assured we will be coming off stream in, say, the next... what have we got here? The next 5 minutes. Where to start in After Effects? I'm a beginner. I'm always going to say, type in After Effects basic training into Google and just check out Andrew Kramer's stuff. It's quite outdated at the moment, but it's still relevant. Check that out before you do absolutely anything, and then come back to Film Learnin. New Max says, hey Grant, thanks for all the hard work, dude. Thank you very much. It is a lot of hard work. I must rest now. Still here. No, dude. Feature VSX says, don't be sad. You deserve a lot more and you will get a lot. I'm not sad about it at all. I'm grateful for the amount of subscribers I have, because I actually have more subscribers than there are in my entire town, which is insane. And there is actually one other fellow that lives... He lives less than 5 minutes away and has over 1 million subscribers. So I am not the most popular YouTuber in my town, but I am the second most popular. And he is probably, I'd say he's 20 years younger than me. And plays video games. So it's a completely different genre. The fact that I have over 100,000 subscribers and I run a tutorial channel, that's a blessing right there, because a lot of tutorial channels can't really get a foothold or gain subscribers. They might get big views on one video and people don't stick around. So I am 100% grateful for the subscribers I have, and the fact that we're still growing is, well, it's amazing. And I love getting up every day and working on this stuff. If I didn't, I wouldn't get up. I'd sleep in so much. Oh dears is 11 years old. Huh. Oh, didn't expect that. Excuse me. Hey Grant, will we have a Captain Marvel tutorial? I'm more likely to do Captain Marvel stuff closest to the movie when I see some more clips of it. I don't like doing effects based on trailers as much as I used to do a lot of them, and then I'd cop a whole bunch of criticism after the fact where people would say, this isn't like the movie at all, because they change stuff. It's happened with voice tutorials more than anything. Like they have a stock voice in the trailer, or like a temp voice, and then the actual movie comes out and it's completely different. So yeah, I'm more likely to not do a Captain Marvel effect. I might, so don't discount that. I might. Wooden Swords asks, does VBR 2-pass options only work with live action footage, or can it work for Premiere animation as well? It looked blurry when I used it once. I can't actually answer that as far as animation goes because I always use VBR2 Pass with Film Learnin, and I always have. So I can't tell you if it works. It doesn't work for animation, but I haven't had any issues with doing VBR2 Pass before. Dispersion asks, am I an Eminem fan? I like some of his stuff. Some I don't, some I do. Really depends on the song. What did I think about Rewind? I think that warranted every single dislike that it got. That was a absolute cringe fest. What I liked was the videos that came about because of it. More than anything, I liked Jack's Film's Will Smith grunt rap. That was great. And I love the fact that so many people use that Casey Neistat K-pop meme. That's what I liked that came from YouTube Rewind. Because that is getting progressively worse every single year. Yes, Go Cool. I will remember about the arrow stills. I'll have to try and find them in my archives and re-upload them. What do I think of Cinecom.net? I like their stuff. I like their energy. I think their tutorials are very, very good. They have a lot of Premiere Pro ones, which is great because not a lot of people do Premiere Pro tutorials. I mean, some of their effects, some of them are okay. And some... That just sounds really, really bitchy. No, some of they've got great effects for the most part. And every now and then they do one that I think, that's not that great. But then, I mean, the same could be said of me, so it's all good. What camera would I recommend? Well, I run the Panasonic GH4, and I would always recommend getting the GH5 because it's the next one up. And it has better slow-mo options, and all around it is a better camera. But if you can't afford the GH5, get the GH4 because it is cheaper. I have not watched Into the Spider-Verse yet. I really want to. Now, someone said, to be honest, your effects are better than Cinecom.net. Well, thank you very much. I think they do a lot of really good stuff there. If I'm going to speak frankly, I was not a fan of their Ant-Man and the Wasp ghost effect. Like, when I'm talking about some of their effects are okay, that was one that I didn't really like. But I'm going to eat my words if I can't make that better than that, though. No, I haven't seen Once Upon a Deadpool. I have a son that... I can just say I have a 2-year-old. It's very hard to get to the movies. The last movie I saw was Venom. 380 by 2160. What is the comp size called? Because that's my pack size. That is 4K. That's Cinema 4K. Niha, that is Cinema 4K. That's what I actually shoot on. Samir Ali Tech says, hi, Film Learning. Hello, dude. Oh, dears, have you checked out the Action VFX Fire Sounds effects pack? It's amazing. Joe from Action VFX sent me that, so I do have to check that out because they are on the spot with those stuff. They send it to me all the time. It's just a matter of trying to get to it. What do I think about the Season 5 Flash suit? I don't like it. Honestly, it's not as good as the Season 4 Flash suit. Look, I'm getting used to it. Let's just say I'm getting used to it. I don't outrightly hate it. It's just I don't like it compared to the Season 4 Flash suit. Now, guys, my wife is finishing up work right now, and I'm going to go sit down and watch a couple of episodes of Outlander and relax with possibly a couple of brewskis and just chill out. I'll be back at work 6 a.m. tomorrow trying to get a new Film Learnin done for you before Christmas, which is in 5 days. So I'm just going to... yes, we are going to see Dexter more in my videos. So yeah, I'm going to go chill out. So thanks very much for everyone that's popped by. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all on the next Film Learnin episode in that comment section. And by all means, guys, go and check out every entry in the 100K short film competition and throw a comment in the comment section. Throw them a like if you like it. That's what these people really want more than anything. Sure, the prizes are alright, and getting a certificate from me, like the Certificate of Awesome, also cool, but what they really want is for you to watch their films and give them some interaction, give them some feedback if need be. Just make sure it's constructive, and if you enjoy it, please let them know. So, guys, I'm going to head off. Have a great evening, have a great morning, have a good night. Eat, pray, love, whatever. I got nothing, guys. Yeah. And as always, guys, keep learning.